Hi there, I'm Deborah, and you're watching It's Not Just Dogs. Recently, I had the rare pleasure of shooting an interview and video of someone very special, Dennis Mike Chinnock. And I wanted to share this story. He was recently honored at the Healing Heroes Hoedown. This very special video was played there. So here it is, one veteran's heroic story and the two service dogs that loved him.
My name is Mike. I am a disabled Air Force veteran from the 1960s. Today I am classified as a veteran with a traumatic brain injury. I have permanent disabilities that affect vision, hearing, mobility, and balance. 12 years ago, a Veterans Administration physical therapist was working on my shoulder and my mobility. She finally threw up her hands and said, "You need that cane for mobility, but using it's destroying your shoulder and there's nothing we can do." She suggested that a service dog working on my left side would be a benefit. I talked to my patient advocate and he said, well, there's a training group across the street, Four Paws for Vets. I will call the master trainer, Terry Sandhoff, and see if we can get you an appointment. And after talking to her, she provided me a standard poodle and promised 3 years of training. His name was Prince Caspian. That bothered me and I renamed him Captain Morgan. Captain Morgan came right up to me and rubbed alongside my left side. He was the one that was for me. The next 9 years, Captain Morgan and I worked as a team. As with all of us, age finally catches up, and hip dysplasia required that I have him retired. And I did retire him to a wonderful home. Very weekend I retired him. A trainer brought a new dog from the Guide Dog Foundation in New York. Let me introduce Guinness. Guinness, I would like you to... Guinness? Guinness right now wants to go over and play in the dog park. And he's having a little bit of a difficulty staying with me and putting up with this. Guinness has turned out to be every bit as good as Captain Morgan was. However, he had one problem. It seems like when we were walking down the street, sometimes he would pull away from me to the left, pull me off balance. I asked Terry if she would watch us and see what the problem was. And she spent an hour watching, and it turned out, she said, Guinness has learned that you're deaf and blind on the left. So every time you look away to the right, he takes advantage of you. I can not only say that I've been very fortunate to have two service dogs over the last 12 years to assist me with my permanent disabilities, but I can say they've been outstanding companions, especially during this pandemic period, and they have always covered my back. In fact, it's Healing Heroes, the organization that hosted tonight's event, that raises the funds to provide the training for the service dogs that assist the disabled veterans. So if you'd like to thank veterans who have become disabled in the service of our country, you can dig deep tonight. It's a better way to say thank you.